So I literally just filmed this video and then I went to go edit and the sound wasn't working. I had this plugged in. I had it on. The green light was on. And there was no sound. So now we're gonna do this again. Not gonna plug in my microphone because I don't know what the heck happened to it. Okay. Hi. Again. So today's my April wrap up. I'm really upset. But I was just gonna be like, screw it, you know, whatever. We're just gonna refilm and do this one more time. So welcome to my April wrap up. We're gonna be talking about the things that I just talked about. But you're not gonna see that because it wasn't working. But first book I read was On the Come Up. I liked The Hate U Give better, but this one was still good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because when I'm looking for a book, I am watching and I'm analyzing the beginning, middle, end because I am a communications major, so I do a lot of writing and reading. And so I felt like it had a great beginning, a really long middle, and just like a short ending, like bam, done, book's over. And I felt like that a lot in the middle. I mean, yes, it was good to the story, but it could have just been like shorter in the chapter, and her rap career maybe would have explained just a little bit more, because at the end, you know, it's just like done. She does these things to help her out. She keeps going. She fights for what she wants to do. And then at just the end, she does some things, and then just book's over. And I just left with so many questions. Like, did this happen? Is she good? Like, is her family good? Like, it was still a good book. It just wasn't one of my favorites. So this book is set a year after The Hate U Give. So they do bring out what happened with Khalil and all that. So I like that. I like how when books, you know, are standalones, but they still like combine with each other. And I really like Bree. I feel like she's kind of a good role model, but like she fights for what she believes in. She fights for what she wants, and she fights for what she wants, and she doesn't let anybody stand in her way, which is good. The next book I read is The Crown's Fate, which is the sequel to The Crown's Game. I also gave The Crown's Fate 4 out of 5 stars because I liked the first one better. And the second one, I mean, it was good. I mean, I loved it. Buddy read it with a friend of mine. And I think it's a good series. Like, I like the concept of it. It's kind of like The Hunger Games, but with way less violence. So there's like I can't even say this word, like in trance. There's 2 magical people, and there can only be one, so you know they have to fight. One has to kill the other, and then whoever wins gets to stand with the king, and life is good. Well, they go on with this contest. They have a scar on their collarbone which burns whenever it's their turn. And I love Nikolai. I just wanted to protect him the first one, like, okay, but the second one, I just wanted to protect him so much. Like, this boy needs protection. Like, he just needs to be loved and cared for because, you know, his best friend is the Royal Enchanter, which, you know, every time he was announced, they had to say his whole name. I'm just like, man, I don't know how many times they've had to say this, but this is a lot, and I would not want that job. The setting, I like the powers in it. Like, you could really create a visual with your mind with the way that she describes the details in it, which I really liked. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Good ending for the first one. Great beginning and middle for the second one. The ending, I mean, it was okay, but I mean, whatever. The next book that I read was Legendary. So I did a read along with Owl Crate for this because I read Caraval in 2016. I just not read this in 2019. you know, I bought it as soon as it came out, but you know, girls gotta read a lot. And so I finally read this, the first book, and so this is about a magical carnival where it's like, it's a game and you try to win, you know, and then they tell you through this whole thing, like, remember, this is not real. Don't let it be real, you know, just have fun. Well, the first book is, and there are two sisters, Scarlett and Donatella. Scarlett is the main character in the first one, and then Tella is the main character in this one. We got a finale little booklet for the first few chapters for finale, and it has so it has Tella's name in the first few chapters. So I'm guessing and I'm hoping that we're gonna get more people's point of views. Like with Warstorm, we got like Maven and Cal and Mare and all that. So I'm really hoping this will have Tella and Scarlett and Legend and Julian. And so I can't really get much into Legendary because it's the first book, but I know in the first book, you know, and in this one, the real fun part of this winning is trying to figure out who Legend is. Which I had some feelings about certain people, and you know, the twist, who you find out who it is. So you're just gonna be like, whoa, cool. Finale comes out next week, I believe. So also Broken Throne does too. So really excited for those. I not sure which one I liked more. I kind of like them both. Like, they're both really good. Like, I read Caraval when I worked at the daycare, which I think I had my, I don't think I had my, no, I started my channel after I left the daycare. So when I was in charge of nap time, I would read, and I got through Caraval really quickly. So I'm so happy that I finally got through this one. And I'm ready to go into finale. The next book that I read was Stalking Jack the Ripper. I have been needing to read this for so long. I had it on my TBR. I've gotten it from the library. I bought it from Half Price Books finally. And I put it on my shelf after I bought it. I'm like, okay, I'm probably still not going to get into this. Well, Fake Crate decided to have a read along with these 3 books. And so they can get ready for the 4th one that comes out in September. I keep wanting to say November like all day today. I don't know why. So I really was thinking that I wasn't going to like this. I thought it was going to be a romance between Jack the Ripper and the main character, which it's not. Audrey Rose is, I really like her. I love her name too. But I mean, there is a romance in it, but it's not really the main part of the book. Like, it's a good like side. It goes along with the story really well. So this is about a girl named Audrey Rose, and she really wants to, so she's kind of like the people in the morgue, you know, who her uncle is the person who does autopsies, and she helps with that a lot. He teaches at a all boys school that she sneaks into his classes, you know, and like, you know, hides that she's a girl. And she really wants to do that. Her dad doesn't approve of it. Her brother doesn't approve of it. Her aunt and her cousin don't really approve of it. Like, no one approves of it. And, you know, she keeps going though. This is what she wants to do. The twist at the end is what made me really give this 5 out of 5 stars, because I did not see that coming. I had so many different options of who Jack the Ripper was, and it wasn't who I thought it was. So, good book. We are now reading Hunting Prince Dracula. I have that one, that's in my back, like my backpack. I have this one and that one in paperback. Well, the third one, which is Escape from Houdini, I do not have that because the paperback does not come out until August, because I guess they're getting ready for the 4th one. So I will be using the library book for that one, because if you're like me, they all need to match. Which is like, for the Shatter Me series, I have the first 3 because I got the box set in paperback. Restore Me, I bought that when it came out. And, you know, I have to wait for Defy Me to come out in paperback, which, I mean, it's fine because I still haven't read Ignite Me. And there's, I need to read 3, 4, 5, 2 novellas. And hopefully, you know, when 6 comes out, I'll be caught up. But you never know. It's me you're talking to. Another book I read, which was a art from NetGalley, which is called Masquerade. It was a poetry book that I read in maybe like 2 hours. I forget how dark poetry books are, so maybe that's why I don't read them as much. But I mean, it's still good. 5 out of 5. Got it done. The last book that I read is To Best the Boys. I haven't actually finished this yet. I have that much left. But I am going to be finishing this today, so I'm going to add it in this wrap up. I think I've said this before that I haven't been buying newer books lately because every time I want a book, it shows up in a book box. Like we just got Wicked Saints from Owl Crate. I've been wanting that and we got it, which I've had Wicked Saints because I got the arc from NetGalley and just haven't read it. I just bought an iPad, so hopefully that will help me read more e-arcs because, you know, reading on the S7, you know, it's a pretty big phone, but like it's still not big enough, so I bought an iPad. So, To Best the Boys is kind of like Mulan, so if you like Mulan, you will love this book. Our main character, Ren, really wants to go to the school, but it's expensive because she lives in the lower part of society. And so the university has this scholarship contest every year. And she decides to join. She dresses up as a boy and she goes through it. I haven't read the ending yet, so I don't really know how it's going to end. I'm hoping it has a happy ending because, you know, this has been a little bit of a dark book, but it has some happy moments. So I'm really hoping this will have a happy ending because your girl needs some happy endings. But I love the cover with like her in a maze and then she's in this like yellow dress. And I'm just like, ooh, this makes me really want to buy a yellow dress and like go stand in a maze for this picture. But you know, I can get a yellow dress, but a maze, I'm not quite sure I can find one of those. Unless it's like one of those like haunted house ones. So yeah, I don't know how long the first one was, and I don't know if I said the same things the first time around, so I'm just gonna end this video and I'm gonna edit it and I have it uploaded for y'all tomorrow. Like this video, subscribe, let me know what you read in April, and I might do a May TBR tomorrow. Well, I'm busy tomorrow, but maybe I'll film it Thursday and have that up for you either Friday or sometime this week maybe. I don't want to wait till next week for, it's like next week because it's, you know, May's tomorrow. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.